So with backstroke, you're on your back, chin is up, belly's up, legs under. This is less exhausting than walking because I'm just floating. Now, with the backstroke arms are going backwards, and then you're pulling water down to your feet. Down to your feet. That's what's actually moving you forward, is the pull down to your feet. Do not be confused. This does nothing. This portion of the stroke does nothing. It doesn't move you forward. That's what most people think when they watch swimmers. They see the arm above the water and they think that's what's moving the person forward. That's not the case. It's the pull underneath the surface that's moving the swimmer forward. So on your back, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see crazy arms above the water. It doesn't matter what's happening above the water. I want to see this. Zoom, 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 zoom. I want to see your body zooming forward with each arm pull. Step number 1, big, tall arms. Too many beginners swim with their arms floppy like this. Even though you're not doing that, it could be bigger, taller. Scrape the clouds with your fingertips. Beautiful. There we go. There you go. Good. Step number 2, reach. Now that you have big, tall arms, too many beginners let their arms fall off to the sides like this. You want your hand to come right in behind your head. Right in behind your head. Okay, so as you're swimming, reach back behind your head for extra water. Beautiful. Man, she does so good with direction. Good. Chin slightly back more, okay? Chin slightly back more.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Good job. Step number 3, strong, invisible hands. That's a fun title I like to give to what I mean is stronger pulls, strong hands. Because when too many beginners, when their hand enters the water, they then drop their elbow and their hand comes down by their side. Too easy, too light. They're not getting a full scoop of the water. When your hand enters the water, it needs to come out to the side and get a nice paddle, nice pull of the water with your long paddle out here, okay? Away from your body. Because the longer your arm is when you pull, usually the better. The majority of the work is being done under the water. The reason I call it strong, invisible hands is because when your hand goes underwater, it goes nearly invisible to the spectators above the surface. That's the important part. That's the pull part. That's the iceberg part. Focus on that part. Of all 4 steps, step number 3, strong, invisible hands, that's the most important step, okay? Nice. And you can stop. That step in particular does make it feel a little harder, but it is more important because then you'll start to power your stroke with your arms and less with your legs. And that's important when it's a long axis stroke. Good, stop. Good. All right, we're almost through the 4 steps. Here's the final step, windmill arms. Once you learn the 3rd step, oftentimes the 4th step is absolutely necessary because now, unfortunately, you're pulling from your pockets, meaning you're taking turns with your arms and you're letting them meet up down by your legs. And that shouldn't be the case. The arms should always stay opposite one another. One arm behind you, one arm in front of you. Okay, and then they're gonna switch places. One arm comes up as the other arm pulls. And then you switch again. Now this is the only stroke of the four where your arms switch places. All the other strokes, the arms take turns. They take turns by being patient and meeting up with one another. For butterfly, the hands meet up at the top and then they take a pull. Meet up at the top and then they pull. For breaststroke, they go out front and they glide for just a moment. But for backstroke and backstroke only, Arms never stop. Windmill arms. Opposite one another, keep them moving. Switch, 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 switch. Switch, 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 switch. Pretty good. Good, stop. Awesome. Same thing back. And stop. Good. Yep. We're gonna go ahead and combine 2 of the steps from the backstroke arms. So now, big tall arms, reach. Big tall arms, reach. Reach. Big and reach, okay? Good. Steps 3 and 4, strong invisible hands and windmill arms. Those are nice strong pulls. Chin back more. No, chin back. Yeah. Good. Good. You're doing a good job keeping your face dry, but you're dropping your chin to do it.
Oh, okay.
That chin back.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And you're good. You're about to whack that vein line. I didn't want it to hurt. Good job. The final part to backstroke is combining all 4 steps now. Big tall arms, reach back, strong pulls, windmill arms. It'll all combine together look like this. I'll do it back so she can see me too. Okay. Gotta tell we're going the whole way. Take this one out. Good. It's kind of exhausting. Okay. Remember to breathe.
Yeah, I'm breathing.
Oh, you are breathing. It's just still very exhausting.
Because I'm trying to reach as tall as I can.
Just trying to reach as tall as you can. Okay. Then you're probably doing that plenty. You're probably doing that fine. Think about windmill arms more.
Oh, okay.
Of all 4 steps, that would be the one I want you to improve anyway. Windmill arms. There you go. There you go. The last part to the backstroke that we're doing today is now we're gonna take that all the way down to the other end, okay? We're gonna swim the whole way across the deep end, doing backstroke. Now, when you're gonna go the whole way, it's okay if you decrease the intensity a little bit. Don't go so hard, kick a little softer, pull a little softer, breathe a lot more, breathe deeper, get deep breaths. Always releasing the air to about half the tank and then refilling it. Don't release your tank all the way. Don't deplete your lungs of oxygen. Always keeping it pretty full, okay? Good job. All right, we're past halfway. Good. Excellent, almost there, 5 more yards. Good. Woohoo! You did it. You did it. If you found these videos helpful and you learned something, splash that like button, subscribe to the channel for free, and thank you to our members who make it possible for us to do this every month. Check out our merch over on the website, and if you want your own private swim lessons with me in person, then email me right there. Also follow us on the other social media platforms for shorter tips and clips throughout the week like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. With that said, get ready to rock it.